Hello. Um, well, I started recording hoping that the words would come. Um, so, yeah. No, I've been decided, well, myself and Nina have decided we're just going to have a few days off thinking about anything. Um, Largely speaking, there's certain things I have to do, like deal with bikes and, well, I'm not shutting down my phone and saying no more. I'm just saying let's keep it to a minimal. Um, so today's been pretty decent, to be fair. I painted Warhammer. I spent time with the kids. We we talked about all sorts of stuff. Actually, this is the thing I like. If I can get everybody around the table, then we don't have to be doing the same thing. It's a space where we can all do our own stuff, creative things or otherwise, and chat, have conversations. That's what I think a kitchen diner really gives to a house. Gives you a space where that can all be happening. All around brewing up and making food and whatever else you're doing, you can all kind of be in the same space doing everything you need to do. Um, so we've had a nice bit of that, and do you know what? Both Aurora and Evan have repeatedly told me this week that they're both in a very happy place, enjoying what they're doing, looking forward to Christmas. Both kind of happy that the night's closing in, and we're in a slower part of the year, and honestly, I think that's kind of great, and that's sort of what I need to focus on. I got into a very dark place yesterday. Um, no reason why, really. I just think when I've been on edge for so long, like I get really kind of sensitive in terms of it'll just take a small thing to set me off. Um, it's it's like what's that analogy? The blue touch paper. It's the as you know, the um, super flammable stuff that they um, sometimes use for wicks at the bottom of fireworks. So a spark goes near it, and that is going up very quickly. And it's an analogy for, I think, people who are a little bit volatile. It doesn't take much to set them off, and I don't mean to be. I'm not getting angry with people. Just sheer, just whatever it is, bottled up, just needs to come out. Can't stop it. So yeah, not ideal. But I went for a walk and defused myself. So yeah, now really, really conscious about that today. Um, really shifting any serious thinking to next week. I know I've got a tax return I've got to do. I know I've got some more paperwork to do about council tax and things for the new place. But I also know that nobody's beating down my door for them. And I need to teach myself, like, not that I think everything should be left to the last minute. I'm not saying that, but also not everything has to be done right now. You know, the world is not going to fall apart if X, Y, Z is done next week or next month instead of now. That's just fine. So, yeah. But I'm evidencing that this week by being accepting of all of this. Um, yeah. and it's going okay. It's going okay. I mean, the weather's horrendous out there. Like the hail, I've never seen hail like it. Woke me up twice in the night, just absolutely pounding on the window, and it's just been on and off all day. And this is not weather for being outside or doing anything. It's like actually dangerous. Like if one of those hit you in the eye, you'd probably be in trouble. It's really not good. So yeah, staying in. Had a meeting tonight that got switched to online, which is really good for this new town development trust thing. It's all very preliminary at the moment. It's all talking about, well, how do we make sure we've got the right cross section of people, and how do we make sure that it's open and definitely furthering the correct interests of the community and all these things. I mean, the answers to all this was have a membership based organisation where all members can vote. Should they wish to. It's a standard way of doing things. You just, I think, because of the legalities of it, you have to charge somebody like a nominal fee. So, like, I know there's one down the road in Huntley that they do. They've got over 600 members, and everybody pays £1 one off, and then that's it for life. So, yeah, we'll figure that out. I'm just trying to be careful that I don't overcommit, because I don't know. Objectively, I've got a lot on my plate, and will do realistically until the spring, when hopefully my renovations will be done. But then there'll be other things. There's always other things. Always. Yeah. The other thing I've been thinking about is business at the new place, and I don't really know. It's not that this hadn't occurred to me before, but it's more kind of solidified in us as an idea in my head. And that idea is actually build bikes from, steel tube and parts, like bespoke, to order, handmade. I've got all the things I need to do that. And I was looking at vintage choppers online, those old rally things with the big kind of right angle seat, and I was just like, this, on eBay all these things were going for hundreds and hundreds, and yeah, I guess if you get bespoke handmade quality, yeah, that's what you can charge. So I was just imagining like putting together, a set of jigs, because that's what you kind of use for laying out your frames. But it really is, the design is in the jig, because they are made for a certain diameter of steel, bent, manipulated, cut at certain angles and lengths, and then it holds it in that shape while you weld it. So you're a custom bike maker, your jigs are your intellectual property, effectively, for your designs. So I'm just really liking the idea of coming up with new design, just doing everything from beginning to end, designs and jigs and cutting and welding and painting, and then turning into a bike. Yeah. So yeah, that's the plans are still slowly forming, but I've been saying all along I want to do metalwork. I want to be using my welder. I want to be smithing. Not that I would smith a bike, but I could imagine like every single signature John bike has like maybe like forging like a leaf. That's quite a good little thing to make, because you can hammer them into shape quite quickly and then kind of do the detail on with chisels and stuff. It's quite a common kind of beginners thing. You make them for brooches or well, just general bling or whatever. So I could imagine like if I made those and then each of my bikes like had one of those stuck um, on its frame somewhere. So and that'd be so cool as a bike workshop. I'll have to negotiate with Nina, but I think as long as we keep to our own size, we'll be fine. So anyway, no, that was kind of waffle, but this is just me kind of trying to come out of a bad headspace and come up with some positive ideas that play on my skills and play on the existing audience, customer base, I should say, that I already have. Yeah. So I shall continue to ponder while I continue to stay out of the weather and get my strength back.